Hello and welcome back to some more F1 2019 and part 21 of our career mode, the penultimate episode of this game. Today we have the Brazilian Grand Prix. I'm Joe if you're new around here, and make sure you click that subscribe button for daily F1 2020 content when that comes out. We're going to be doing our My Team. If any of you guys have any suggestions for team names, then make sure you put them down in the comment section. I will be considering them all before I make my final decision. But championship standings as they stand look like this. We're 16 points behind our teammate Nico Hülkenberg. Going to need a good result in both Brazil and Abu Dhabi if we are to overthrow him and finish 7th in the championship, which would be a good season, to be honest with you. I'd be very, very happy with that. So, yeah, looking at the season results so far, we're in decent form. I mean, since, Austria, there's only been 2 races that we haven't scored points in. That was Great Britain and also Japan. But, you know, a couple of, 3 6th places there. We had a 5th in Italy as well, which has been our best career result so far. So without further ado, let's get into qualifying for the Brazilian Grand Prix, and hopefully it'll be good. The pace hasn't been brilliant in practice, but I'm hoping that we can rectify that today, hopefully with hotter temperatures, and actually put in some decent laps and at least get through to Q3.
Welcome to qualifying here in Interlagos as the cars are readying up for what's likely to be a very important session. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
Well, here we come then through the end of Sector 2, and actually quickest through Sector 2 so far. 0.067 tenths or thousandths of a second, I suppose, ahead of Gasly. But here we come up to the line, and it's a 110.9, which is 4 tenths off Lucas Weber, who is at the top, and just slightly below Gasly. We are ahead of Ricciardo, but yeah, not the smoothest lap, I suppose, and certainly look to be well off the pace of the front-running guys, but hey, you never know how these things can go. Vettel, well, actually that's Leclerc just in front of us, but we'll see if that ends up being good enough to get us through. Well, look at that. We're out in Q1, which is one of the first times for a long time, but pace just wasn't there in that first lap, and we never came out again and got punished for sitting and waiting in the garage, essentially. Kimi Räikkönen joins us along with Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, which is a massive surprise, and Lance Stroll, but a big disappointment really to go out in Q1, but hopefully we can pull this back in the race. I'll hand over to David Croft and Anthony Davidson, who'll take you through the Brazilian Grand Prix.
As surely as the sun rises in the morning, the Brazilian Grand Prix packs out the grandstands and creates incredible drama. Title deciders, heartbreak, triumph and home glory. All these and more can be found in abundance here at the Autodromo José Carlos Pache. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if, of course, the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. They've had a fantastic campaign. It's been a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
It really is well deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Vettel, Hamilton, Pierre Gasly and Ricciardo, Perez, Weber, Sainz and Devon Butler, Hulkenberg, Albon, Kevin Magnussen and Russell, Raikkonen, Norris, the captain, and Lance Stroll, Grosjean. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Charles Leclerc completes today's grid order. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, be wary of the cars ahead braking suddenly into one. We could ruin our race if we hit them. Good luck.
Here we are then, down on the track, unfortunately, losing out in terms of grid position, but hey, we can fight from the back. We've done it before. Hopefully we can get into the bottom end of the points. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
So starting on the soft tyres, of course. I'm just sort of thinking about the undercuts that we've been having the last couple of Grand Prix, and you know, if we can come in early and swap to the medium tyre, I think that might work out really nicely. So I'm actually having a little look at our strategy, and we're coming in sort of lap 10. I'm thinking maybe come in lap 8 and see how we can do there, but we've got plenty of fuel on board. We're ready for a battle. I think we're actually gonna, yeah, there we go. Knew that was gonna happen. Removed from formation lap, which is a shame because we can't now warm our tyres, but hey ho. Norris has been removed from it as well, just for a little bit of argy-bargy, but we'll sit and wait on the grid, ready for the other guys to come. I don't think they're too far away. I can't quite remember where we were up to on the track, but surely it's not. There they are. There they're coming, so we might as well wait rather than skip the formation lap. So here they come. Vettel in first, or Bottas was in first, I think. Vettel second, Verstappen third, Hamilton fourth. Teammate Hulkenberg in 11th, so he's certainly looking to get back into the points today. But it's going to be interesting. So there you go. There's Leclerc starting at the back of the field, and here we go. Lights out, away we go here in Brazil for the penultimate race of the season. Not the best start. The lights went out pretty quick, and well, Leclerc going right in front of us there, so we had to take evasive action. I think it might be sensible to just sort of wait it out here. It's very tight and twisty, but equally lap 1 is where you can make a lot of gains. But Charles Leclerc around the outside there, but we've got stone cold tyres because we haven't been warming them up throughout the formation lap. I'm going to go down the inside of Charles Leclerc though, and Leclerc back down to 20th, so that's interesting. Well, that one complete, and Leclerc's gone back through. Flew past us on the straight, which, you know, is a bit of a shame. Well, we've got a chance on Charles Leclerc here, and we go down his inside and we're through. I mean, he'll probably pass us on the straight because we go at a snail's pace. He's having a look down the inside and he flies through straight away. That's crazy. Got the DRS open now though, and look at this, they're going 4 wide. Into turn 1. We have to slow the car down. Slight lock up there. But we're right in the gearbox of Charles Leclerc now as we open up the DRS once again. Stroll goes to the inside, Leclerc on the outside. We go around the outside, are we going to manage to hold it? Not quite. But it's a good battle so far. It's just a very tight circuit where overtaking is difficult, but wow. Oh, pushed out by Leclerc there. Go side by side and we managed to force him wide. So up to 19th place at the moment. Who would have thought that we'd be that excited to get up to 19th today? Okay guys, we're coming into the pits. Charles Leclerc has already come into the pits, so expecting him to fly past us when we come out of the pit lane. But we seem to have lost any resemblance of pace. Stroll has just gone well ahead of us now.
Go now.
Which, you know, says it all really. But we're out of the pit lane, and well, Charles Leclerc hasn't passed us just yet, which is good.
No more scheduled pit stops.
But now, hoping to find some pace on these medium tyres. You can see Charles Leclerc, and we've just come out ahead of him actually, which I'm very surprised about, especially considering he was, you know, right behind us when he went into the pits, and he's had clear air in that Ferrari, so not entirely sure what's going on, but it might be worth just letting him through and not fighting this too much. But maybe that also says that undercut isn't worth a lot round here. Whereas in the last 2 Grand Prix it was worth 5 or 6 seconds for us by the end of the day, just being in this clear air.
Extra fuel target +1.
Yeah, I think Leclerc's going to end up passing us here, which is absolutely fine. We're not going to fight it. Just going to let him go forward, and look at that. The difference in straight line speed is meteoric, really, which is crazy. There he goes, off on his merry way. Now we just got to dig in and hope for the best here. A little bit of DRS to help us. If we can stay in the 1 second window, that would be amazing, but I just don't see that happen. Well, the first lot of cars have come in and we're well behind those cars. I mean, we're staying in the 1 second window of Leclerc, but I'm not convinced he's got any pace today either. It's a very strange Grand Prix, this. We just seem to be nowhere in terms of pace, and neither does Leclerc, which is weird. It is very, very strange that we're battling with him, and he hasn't made his way through the field at all. But there goes Nico Hülkenberg into the pits. I know for a fact we were about 10 seconds behind him when we came into the pits, so it'll be interesting to see if we've actually made any ground. But Stroll is the guy that we need to keep our eye on. But once again, we're right in the DRS zone of Leclerc. So there we go once again with the DRS. That just helps us out a little bit. A distant tow on these straights.
25.9 seconds.
But I think we can see Stroll coming out now. There he is. So we're behind. Leclerc's made it in front of them, which is good for him, but we need to see whether we can make a bit of ground now. Well, going down the inside of Magnussen, and we managed to make it stick, so we're actually up into 19th place here. Now we need to try and make our way past Lance Stroll. But here we go, sticking in that DRS window. DRS open, Leclerc going through on the Toro Rosso. Well, going down the inside of Albon. So we managed to make it past him, which is good. I've heard information that George Russell up ahead is slowing down as well. So you never know, we might have a chance of making a few more places here. Carried some nice speed through that corner, but just clipped our wing on Lance Stroll, which has slowed us down a little bit. We've now got the DRS open though. Oh my word! What is going on? I mean, what is it with our straight line speed? Why is it so slow? Just makes me so angry that we're losing that much on the straights today, and now we're out of that 1 second window of Stroll ahead. We've got Magnussen ramming us. It's just been an incredibly frustrating Grand Prix. We managed to get in front of him again. We've got Stroll and Russell up ahead. Going round the outside of Stroll now, but he pushes us out onto the grass, so that's going to cost us all the way. Well, there you go. So we're past Russell now, and I don't think he's going to be able to get back past us. Well, I really hope not, because he's apparently got a problem. But there he goes, flying past us, and this is the problem that we've had all Grand Prix. We're throwing it down the inside, and we've spun round, and that about sums up our day. To be honest, it's been a bad day at the office for us, and yeah, I don't know what else we could have done. We were sitting duck on the straight. You know, we were stuck in traffic a lot of the early part of the Grand Prix.
Coming back up to speed.
So Valtteri Bottas has won. I know Verstappen got the fastest lap last time round, so he's going to get the extra fastest lap point. I don't know where Nico's going to finish, but it looks like he finished behind Vettel, so it looks like he's finished 6th probably, which is excellent news for Nico and the team, but our tyres have gone as well. It's just all gone wrong today. But started in qualifying, you know, going out in Q1. We probably shouldn't have went out in Q1, but that's what happened, and well, we're going to come up in 20th place, which is our worst result yet. Penultimate Grand Prix of the season. Sorry about that, Haas.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on the track today. He was almost flawless out there. Incredible stuff.
It's time to check out the Constructors' standings. It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. And An incredible performance for the whole team. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So there we have it then. Nico Hülkenberg eventually finishes in 8th place, which is a really good result for him. Weber finished 7th, which is good for him as well. Bottas is the man that has won the Grand Prix. Vettel in 2nd, Hamilton 3rd. Leclerc finished 14th in the end, which, you know, maybe shows where we could have potentially ended up. But a bad day at the office. But hey, what can I say? You know, a 1:12.9. It was reasonably competitive with guys up ahead, only 2/10 slower than Lucas Weber, but we just were right at the back of the field, and that's the way it goes. But if you've enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. Really does help me out. Means a lot to me as well. Subscribe to the channel for more F1 2019 content, one more episode, and then daily F1 2020 content. So yeah, I'll see you for the finale next time in Abu Dhabi. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.